Hey guys, welcome back. So now that this speedrun challenge is all done and dusted from Poor Boys, old Dr. Phil back there, we thought we could finally show you the painting video for the front 959 body, which I promised a couple of weeks ago. So let's have a look. Okay, onto the body. Now I am not going to enjoy this at all. I hate working with Lexan bodies. I hate masking up and painting Lexan bodies. Add to that, I'm really not very good at it. Unlike a hard body, you obviously paint everything on the inside, but you've got to do everything back to front as to how you would on a hard body. And it kind of messes with my head a bit. But so we've got a bit of a list here, the colours we've got to paint first. Now before we start any kind of painting, we need to mask up everything on the body, and there's actually a lot more masking than I thought there was going to be. So now with the body we got window masks, which is handy. You actually get one for the rear window, which is good. But all these other parts, you don't get these two side rear windows. All the other parts that we need to mask up, we've made them out of just normal frog tape, which was easy. We just stuck it on the outside, trace a line around it, cut it off, and then that mask there will end up being the inside mask for the opposite side. All the rest of them, all the ones in the centres, are pretty symmetrical, so it's not really going to matter. Now we're not going to bore you with masking up the whole body, so we're just going to do bit by bit and come back and show you our progress and where we're at. Now the painting order, probably can't see that, but I've got clear written up here first. So what I'm going to do is mask off the whole body and use PS55 flat clear, just to seal off all the edges of all the masking tape. Hopefully that'll, might not completely stop, but hopefully it'll reduce how much paint bleed we're going to get between masks. So that's the first one. Now, in the last video I said we ended up getting PS4 for the bottom of the body. We couldn't get PS1 white, so we got PS57 pearl white. And then in the drawer I found PS16 metallic blue, which we use for the Fox build, no, the Nova Fox. So since we got pearl white, sort of half thinking we do the bottom in metallic blue. Zach's not real sure on it. Are you, mate?
No, not really.
No, so we got a couple of hours of masking up, so we've got a couple of hours to think about it. So yeah, that's something we got to think about. So the blue is next, then the yellow. The yellow, there's not much yellow. There's only this little bumper on the bottom there, which is going to be a bit tricky to get into. It's going to be a bit tricky to mask. I've already cut the piece out for it, but to get the mask in there and then to actually get the paint in there as well is going to be fun. So the yellow will be next. Obviously in between each coat we're going to have to peel off the mask for the colour we want to paint. So, and then the white. When we mask off for the blue, we're going to use just a sheet of A4 printing paper on the inside of the whole body, so we don't have to use masking tape on the whole body. Especially over the window mask, you don't want to go ripping your masking tape off and then rip all your window masks off and you've got to start all over again. So the white there, we'll unmask that, spray the white, that'll be done. These two lights on the top, they're supposed to be blue, so we're going to mask around them, and when we spray the blue, we'll spray them at the same time. Silver. Now, I don't have a lot of silver left, and I forgot to buy some. But these four, I guess, bonnet clips are supposed to, I don't know what they're supposed to be. But in the manual it says they're silver. So the next step is to peel those four bits of masking off, paint those silver, but I also want to back up the white in silver as well. So by that stage, all the inside of the body will be silver, and then we can finish off with the black. Now the black, you have your grills, the 3 rear windows and this grill, and your door handles. I think these bits are supposed to be black as well. Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to mask them off as well. Great. So when it's finished, everything will be backed up in black, and hopefully the white and the blue will be nice and vibrant and bright. Not looking forward to it. Oh, the headlights. With this body, we did get a sticker sheet, a couple of sticker sheets with this body. And there's a lot of stickers that didn't come with the body, like the gold and red stripes that go down the side. We got these headlight stickers, decals, but there's also decals on the MCI sheet that we bought, and they look a lot better, so I'm probably going to use them, but I'm not going to paint. I don't want to paint the headlight lenses in case we do get light buckets and we want to illuminate them later on. So I'm going to use the decals that came with the body and just stick them on the inside. That'll be the masking for the headlights. The masking for between the blue and the white, I've cut out the gold stripes, and we're just going to temporarily using some masking tape, just temporarily tape them to the side of the body where they're supposed to go, then use that as a guide to mask off the inside of the body. So that's going to be fun. Masking tape. We have Tamiya masking tape, 10mm, 6mm, and this 3mm stuff for curves, which I've never used before, so it's going to be interesting. Apparently it's really good. So, like I said, we're not going to bore you with every bit of masking. We'll just do a bit here and there and come back and show you how we're going with it. Also, this part here is supposed to be silver, but man, that's going to be hard to get in there and mask it off. So I think we're just going to paint that white. Right, we'll be back in a minute. Right, so there's all our masking for the black, silver and yellow parts, which is not in the windows, of course. Actually quite painless. That wasn't too bad at all. Don't know how good it's going to look once the paint goes on, but I guess we'll find out. Now we have to do this bodyline mask, which isn't going to be too bad through the sides, but up around that front area and especially around this back area. I don't know how many of you have done a Porsche body before, but I've never done one, and I'm not going to love it. Hopefully I'll like it when it's done, but doing it, it's not going to be great. So we'll come back after that. So far looking alright. That was bloody awful. I did not enjoy that one bit. Right, but I think we're all done. All ready to shoot the blue. Actually, we'll shoot some clear first. Seal up these edges. Got all the rest of the masking on that we needed to do. Door handles, these little bits, vents, whatever they are. There's a few areas actually that the plastic coatings I've been rubbed through, so I'm going to just chuck some tape over those bits. Alright, time for a break and let's hit some blue. Now, we've been so busy doing this masking job, I haven't even had a thought about PS4 blue or PS16 metallic blue. So we'll have a break and have a think about it. Alright, we'll see you when we got some blue on. Double D, double D. Okay, so we shot the blue. Now, what blue did we go with? Drum roll, please. We went with the metallic. Actually, technically we went with both. We shot the body in, I think, 3 coats of metallic, and to back it up, we used the PS4 blue. Also to paint the little lights in the roof. So now, we need to take all this masking out so we can shoot the white. And the white is the pearl white. We figured if we're using pearl white, we might as well have metallic blue. So it's going to be the bling Porsche. Alright, so let's unwrap it. Okay, now we've done the yellow, and you can see there's a lot of blue overspray in there. Now if this was a vintage body and doing a proper restoration, I'd be devastated. But this is a runner. It's going in the speedrun challenge. I really hope not to crash it, but there's a good chance we are going to crash it. So I might get another body later on and, you know, try and spend a bit more time on it and get it not perfect, but better. We also ended up with some yellow overspray where the white's supposed to go around the headlights here. But we're going to call that glow from the headlights. Alright, so now we can unmask against the blue. Hopefully none of that peels off. I mean, not much else can go wrong, can it? So we unmask around the blue, and then we can blow the white. Let's see what else can happen. So it's the next day. Beautiful Monday morning out here in what I call paradise. Obviously we're outside. So cracking on with this body, I've just laid down a few coats of white, and it's really showing up some bad masking. Yeah, we've got a lot of bleed through, which is a bit of a pity, but it's not a shell queen, it is a runner. So I'm calling this my practice 959 body. Like I said, we went with the pearl white. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. It's still got the protective film on it. But that pearl white with that metallic blue really looks nice. So I'm going to give it another couple of coats of the white. And then we'll rip off a couple of bits of mask and then back it up with the silver. We'll take some more masking tape off and hit it with the black. And this yellow part up the front, it had a lot of blue bleed, but it's basically under the car, so, and from a distance it just looks like road grime, so we're running with it. Alright, cracking on. Okay, so there we go, guys. All the paint is done, and as I said before, it's bloody rough, but that's okay because this is a runner. It was always going to be a runner. If I want, obviously it's going to sit on the shelf when we're not using it, but I might end up getting another body and another set of MCI decals and having another go and taking my time a bit and trying to get it spot on. And I'll probably even use the correct colours this time, or next time, I mean. But everything's done, all the black's done, fully backed up with black. I backed the white up with silver first, mainly to get these bonnet parts done. It's all backed up in black. The rear windows are black, rear grille, front grills. Now it's still got the protective coating on the outside, a little bit of it's torn off there. I'm not going to peel it off yet because Zach isn't here today. He's actually at school and he's been a part of this project since it started, so unwrapping these bodies after you finish the paint really is like unwrapping a present at Christmas time, so that's when you get to see it in its full glory. So I'm going to wait for him and he can actually unwrap it when he gets home from school. So that's the next time you'll see it. So Zach has just got, his bus has just pulled up from school out the front there. He doesn't know I'm doing this, but see if we can surprise him. Here's Bella, she knows. Who dat? Who dat? Yeah, that's right. Zach's home, isn't he? So we are gonna present Zach with this body. Hey. I'm gonna give Zach this body as soon as he walks in and let him unwrap it. Bella! Hey Zach.
Hey Dad.
Welcome home from school. Here she is, mate. Have a look. The black's still a little bit wet, but...
I really want to touch it.
Well, you have to touch it. So I'm going to let you take off the clear film. Kind of like a Christmas present. There's a lot of mistakes, but that's okay. We can fix them up. So come on.
Okay.
Everybody's watching, mate, so... Where you go?
In the sun? Where do we start?
Where do you start? Oh, it's just like a Christmas present, isn't it? How was school, mate?
It was good.
Yeah, good.
Not as good as this. Do I have to take the masking off first?
The whole thing will come off as soon as you start peeling it, mate. So, just like a Christmas present, just rip into it. Everybody's waiting to see what it looks like.
Sorry.
Especially me. You guys can't see what I'm seeing, but that's looking pretty good so far. I was a bit worried about that metallic blue and the pearl white, but I don't know, I think that looks pretty good. Oh wait, I forgot to paint. I'm kidding. Keep going. I'll hold her up, mate, in the sunlight. We can have a look. Tilt her up that way a little bit. That's yeah, that's looking pretty good. Even with all the mistakes, which there are plenty, we can fix a lot of that. What do you think, mate?
I do think it looks really good, actually. I wasn't expecting it to go really well with that.
The bling Porsche.
Yeah, the bling Porsche.
The bling Porsche. Alright, let's sit it on the chassis and see what it looks like. Okay, so obviously we didn't try the body on the chassis after we did the paint. We've decided to go directly onto the decals, so I'm going to hand you over to Zach. Look at him go. That's looking great. That looks good just the way it is. Almost there. Almost official now. hard parts are done and looking good. Nice raggage. And there she is, all done. Beautiful.